You sit down to finally start the thing that actually matters. The email you've been dreading, the application, the essay, the project. And 10 minutes later, somehow, you're scrubbing the kitchen. You're not avoiding it because your brain doesn't care. You're avoiding it because, for a few seconds, not doing it makes your brain feel safer. That's the whole secret of procrastination. And once you see it, it stops being a character flaw because you've tried everything else. Discipline, a new app, a color-coded planner. Just start. Maybe even calling yourself lazy and useless, hoping shame would scare you into motion. It works for about a day, then it's midnight and you're refreshing the same tab, somehow more tired from a whole day of avoiding one thing than if you'd just done it. All of it fails for one reason. It's aimed at the wrong enemy. You've been treating this like a time problem or a willpower problem. It's neither. The proof? You'll happily do other hard things to dodge the one that matters. The dishes, the inbox, a folder from 2019. A lazy person doesn't scrub a bathroom to avoid an essay. You're not unwilling to work. You're unwilling to feel what that one task makes you feel. So what is it actually about? An influential explanation from psychologists Fuchsia Sirois and Timothy Pitchell, and supported by later research, says procrastination is really about emotion regulation. When you face the task, you don't just see it, you feel something. Boredom, anxiety, a flash of, I'm going to do this badly. And your brain, built to relieve discomfort right now, grabs the fastest fix available. Don't do the task, do anything else. You're not escaping work, you're escaping a feeling. That's also why just start is such useless advice. It assumes the problem is that you don't know what to do, but you almost always know exactly what to do. The gap isn't information, it's the feeling standing between you and the first move. And here's the trap. The second you switch from the scary task to your phone, you get a small, real hit of relief. The dread drops. Your brain notices, that worked. So next time the discomfort rises, the pull to escape comes faster because it's been rewarded. You feel better now, and you quietly hand the bill to your future self, the one at 2 a.m., stressed, behind, and ashamed. And your brain is oddly bad at caring about that future self. It treats them almost like a stranger, which is why I'll do it tomorrow feels so easy. Tomorrow you barely feels real, so it's easy to leave them the mess. And that shame? It becomes a new bad feeling stuck to the task. So tomorrow, there's even more to avoid. That's the loop. You don't procrastinate because you don't care. Often it's the opposite. You care so much, the task got heavy. So when your brain stalls, it isn't lazy and it isn't broken. It's protecting you, just badly. It's treating the discomfort of starting like a genuine threat and pulling you away from it. Which is why force never works. You can't threaten your way out of a fear. And none of this is weakness, it's learning. You've been rewarded for escaping hundreds of times, so of course the pull is strong. Any habit built on real relief is. And it's not a defect in you. Even deeply disciplined people procrastinate on the tasks that are emotionally loaded for them. This one just hit a feeling. The fix then isn't to push harder, it's to make starting less frightening. Let's do it on something real. One task you've actually been avoiding. Step 1. Name what you're actually avoiding. Say it's that email to your boss. Don't ask what you think. Ask what you feel when you imagine starting it. And it's usually not laziness. It's a low hum of, what if I say the wrong thing? That's fear of judgment. Naming it shrinks it. A feeling with a name has edges. A vague, ugh, doesn't. And now you know the task was never write the email. It's tolerate the risk of being judged for about 30 seconds. Do the same with anything. The essay isn't write the essay, it's sit with not knowing yet if it's good enough. The workout isn't get fit, it's be a beginner who looks a little awkward. Name the real thing, and it becomes a size you can actually hold. Step 2. Match the response to the feeling. For this exercise, start with two common cases, boredom and fear. If it's boredom, you need stimulation. Speed, a timer, music, make it a game. If it's fear, of failing, of judgment, you need the opposite, safety and smallness. For many emotionally loaded tasks, the bigger obstacle is fear rather than boredom. If that's this one, we go small. And getting this right matters because the two need opposite moves. Push through a fear task with more pressure and you just make it scarier. Try to gently coax a boredom task and you'll fall asleep on it. Step 3. Shrink the start until it's too small to scare you. Not write the email, just open it and type one clumsy draft line no one will ever see. Not write the report, open the doc, one ugly sentence. The step should feel almost embarrassingly easy, so the anxious part of your brain doesn't even bother sounding the alarm. You're not trying to finish, you're just trying to cross the one line that matters, from not started to started. And if even that feels like too much, the step is still too big. Shrink it again. Open the dock can become, sit down and put my hands on the keyboard. There's no step too small to count. Smallness isn't the compromise, it's the whole method. And step 4, the one people skip. Start before you feel ready. You will not feel ready. Readiness was never coming. You begin uncomfortable, do the tiny, ugly step, and let that be enough. And do it kindly. This matters because self-compassion is associated with less procrastination, not more, while self-criticism just piles a second layer of bad feeling onto a task you're already avoiding, so you avoid it harder. Talk to yourself like a good coach, not a drill sergeant. This is hard, and I'm going to help myself take one small step anyway. That's not going soft. A good coach still gets you onto the field. It just makes the field feel possible to walk onto, instead of something to dread. So the next time your brain offers you 5 more minutes, you'll know what it's really saying. It's not lazy, it's uneasy about a feeling, and protecting you the only clumsy way it knows. You don't answer that with force. You name the feeling, you pick the matching response. You shrink the first step until it slips under the fear, and you start before you're ready, and gently. You were never lazy. You were avoiding something that felt bad, which is about the most human thing a brain can do. And each time you start small, instead of waiting to feel ready, the task gets a little less loaded, because you're quietly teaching your brain that it's safe to walk up to. The work isn't to be harder on yourself, it's to make the thing a little less frightening to begin. This is based on real research. Siroy and Pickle, linked below. Free to read. Subscribe if you'd like more. And whatever you've been putting off, don't try to finish it. Just take the 2-minute ugly first step. That's the whole job.